If no one had stopped that day, this story would have ended quietly, without witnesses, without meaning, without a name. In places where trash piles up and people rarely look down, lives can disappear without a sound. We often believe that suffering is loud, that it demands attention, but the truth is far more painful. Most suffering happens in silence. That day, we received a message about a small, fluffy dog that had been abandoned near a public garbage area. The message was short and uncertain, but one thing was clear: the dog was barely surviving. We arrived as quickly as we could. The area was empty and forgotten, surrounded by discarded bags, broken containers, and the smell of neglect. At first, we did not see the dog. It hid beneath the trash bins, using the little strength it had left to stay unseen. When we finally spotted it, our hearts sank. The dog was exhausted, lying low to the ground, too weak to move away. Its fur was once soft and full, but now it was tangled, dirty, and alive with parasites. Countless bugs crawled through its fur, biting, feeding, draining its blood slowly and relentlessly. This was not something that had happened overnight. This was the result of days, perhaps weeks, of abandonment. The dog did not bark. It did not run. It barely reacted when we approached. Its eyes followed us, not with fear or aggression, but with a dull acceptance, as if it had already made peace with the idea that help might never come. When we gently reached for it, the dog did not resist. Its body felt far too light, fragile in a way that only severe exhaustion can create. Every breath was shallow. Every movement seemed painful. We carefully lifted it and carried it to the car. There was no struggle, no panic. Only trust, given without conditions, from an animal that had every reason not to trust at all. We drove straight to the veterinary clinic. There was no hesitation, no discussion. Time mattered. Inside the clinic, the atmosphere changed instantly. The veterinarians moved with calm urgency. Blood tests were taken immediately to assess the damage caused by prolonged parasite exposure and malnutrition. Vaccinations were administered to protect what little immune strength remained. Antibody injections followed, carefully calculated to give the dog's body a fighting chance. Then came the most difficult and heartbreaking part of the rescue. 3 veterinarians worked together, preparing to shave the dog's fur. They moved slowly, carefully, removing small sections at a time. With every layer of fur that fell away, the reality became clearer. Parasites were everywhere. Each one had to be removed by hand. One by one, they were taken from the dog's skin and placed into a container. The process was long, meticulous, and painful. Throughout it all, the dog endured in silence. It did not cry out. It did not snap or struggle. Despite the discomfort, despite the fear, it stayed still, allowing the hands around it to continue. This was not weakness. This was strength of a different kind. The kind that comes from an animal that has suffered long enough to understand that resistance no longer serves it. When the last parasite was finally removed, the change was immediate. The dog's breathing slowed. Its body relaxed, even though exhaustion still weighed heavily on it. For the first time in a long while, nothing was biting, nothing was feeding on it, nothing was hurting it. We cleaned the dog gently, washed away the dirt, the blood, the evidence of neglect. Then we fed it small amounts of food, carefully, slowly, making sure its weakened body could handle nourishment again. That day marked the beginning of a new life, but recovery did not happen instantly. Healing is never dramatic. It is quiet, slow, and demanding. I made the decision to adopt the dog and take responsibility for its future. From that moment on, daily care became part of our routine. baths to keep its skin clean and healthy, nutritious meals to rebuild strength, gentle handling to restore trust. Every day, the dog improved just a little. In the beginning, it slept a lot. Its body needed rest more than anything else. But slowly, signs of change appeared. Its eyes became more alert. Its posture shifted. Where there was once only exhaustion, there was now curiosity. Where there was once pain, there was comfort. It began to eat with appetite, to move with intention, to respond to touch not with fear, but with calm acceptance. Weeks passed. 1 month later, the transformation was undeniable. The dog that once hid beneath garbage bins, covered in parasites and suffering, was now clean, healthy, and stable. Its fur grew back softer. Its movements became confident. Most importantly, its spirit returned. It learned what safety felt like. It learned that not every human would walk away. Today, this dog lives happily with me. It has a home, warmth, food, and care. It sleeps peacefully, eats well, and moves freely without fear. It is no longer invisible. And every time I look at it, I remember the moment it lay beneath the trash, unseen and unheard. I remember how close we came to never knowing its story at all. Rescue is not about heroism. It is about responsibility. It is about choosing to stay when walking away would be easier. Because sometimes, saving one life does not change the world. But for that one life, the world changes completely. And that is more than enough.